Hey, it's Chris Fuller with Pioneer Risa Technology, and I may be a little late to the game here with Figma, but I think you've got to check it out. I think using their FigJam can really help promote some collaboration and conversation inside of your class. And so I kind of want to show you how I might use it with a social studies class. So right here, I've already got it set up where my students come in the door, they see our to-do list for today, so they know expectations and what we're working on and what to do. I can even collect lunch choices by adding a poll in right here, so students are able to kind of give me feedback that way, and they know when it's time to start the lesson, just scroll down the screen. So let's go ahead and get started on our Georgia as a Colony lesson today. So this is straight from the DOE's Inspire, which is a site that's full of resources and lesson plans and ideas for you to use with your students. So I went ahead and grabbed a couple maps and put in here so we can start to talk about the colonization of the United States in here. So we're having that conversation, and now it's time to move down to our next activity where students are going to use the Post-it note right here. They're going to add a Post-it note of their favorite color and then type in why would you want to colonize somewhere. They're going to go in and add in all of their ideas, and you can see they've already done that right here. And these are, you can move them around and organize them, but we're going to wait here. And I'm going to let the students now give each other some feedback. So I'm going to start a new vote right here. And I'm going to say, stamp your favorite. You're going to stamp your favorite reason. So I hit start. Students only get one vote right here. So I'm going to go around and I can change it from a heart, or maybe I'll just put my photo on there. And so I'm going to say, hey, I just want a little more land. I agree with that statement in there. Now that everyone's had a chance to vote, we hit end for all and end the vote, and we get a summary of votes right there. So I'm going to keep cruising down. So now it's time for their next activity, but I need them to work independently for a second. So they're going to watch a YouTube video that I embedded right here inside of the FigJam here, and then they're going to move next door and look at the Charter of 1723 and specifically focus on philanthropy, economics, and defense. And then we get down to where it's time to bring everybody back in and have that conversation. I took all of these, I copy and pasted them right down here on our graphic organizer that I put together for the students right here. And so now as a class, we're going to organize all of our ideas of why you would want to colonize a foreign land, and we're going to organize them under philanthropy, economics, and defense. And so students can start to move around these sticky notes, and we can give feedback to each other in real time here, and it's just an infinite whiteboard for us to work on. So one of the drawbacks to an infinite whiteboard is that students can wander off and get lost. So maybe I came back up here to the agenda, and my teacher wants me back down here on our graphic organizer. So FigJam thought of that, and this is one of my favorite features. It's called Spotlight Me. When the teacher clicks that, it's going to move everyone's screen to exactly the frame that the teacher's looking at. And so that for me is an awesome tool, because I know I can get lost on these sometimes as we're moving around, and the larger they get, it can be more complicated to navigate. So we can quickly pull everyone back in that way. I can give timers to students. I can do quick votes. In there, we have our markup tools, our sticky notes, our shapes, so we could do diagrams on there, text boxes, sections where we can lock in data, and that's what we did with that YouTube video. And so now when I move the section, everything moves together instead of just one at a time. So it's a great way to organize. We can do tables like I did down here for our graphic organizer. And then we also have stamps available to give that feedback and that voting in there. And then as you become more accustomed and comfortable with that, you can dive in here to all the other add-ons of stickers and widgets and plugins to begin to integrate those into your workflow with your class. So I'd encourage you to try this out, even if you're just going to use it just for some of the tools in there to be able to drop in agendas and add polls, but try FigJam with your students. And here's how you try it with students. So hit the share button, and we can send it straight to Google Classroom. So they're going to join and edit the file directly, or it can make a copy for each student. For the purposes of my lesson today, I want everyone to join and edit the same file. We want to do this collaboratively all together. So I hope you'll check out FigJam with your students, especially as we come closer to the milestones and need to start doing some collaborative reviews and conversations, and just reminding our students of kind of the things we learned earlier in the year. I think FigJam is a great tool to utilize to help support your students in those collaborative reviews.